Hello, friends, fellers, fellerettes out there. Another episode of Can It Start? Will it start? Well, we'll soon find out. Um, Beautiful day here in Iowa. A little cloudy, but it's nice and warm outside. I had plenty of rain. Rained this morning, so it's a good day to play with this Ford F250 today. Um, but I did go to Napa and I picked up all the Spark Make It Happen stuff. So we've got new plugs, wires, um, spark control box, coil, and I think the shoe. I bought a replacement shoe for the coil as well, in case this one sprung a little bit. But looks like the wires are a little um, soaked with oil. So but I thought it'd be good. It was $8, cheap insurance. But anyway, um, we've got that queued up for today. I've got it partially disassembled. I did check the brake reservoir, and it looks like the back brakes have leaked. Everything in the back section of the master cylinder leaked out. So we've got that leak. It looks like it's got a. Looks like we're also leaking out of the um, oil pan plug. That's what it looks like. I don't know if it needs a gasket. That where it appears to be dripping out of that. So we got. I think these are called Duraspark 2. Uh, we always called it a control box. I was surprised at the cost. I remember buying a replacement for our other '78 Ford F150 four-wheel drive, and I want to say it was like $120 in the '80s. And I picked the fairly decent one up at Napa. It's their better quality one. It was like with my discount 45, $50. So that's the price has come down on that. So I'm going to do a little wrenching and bring you guys in when I got the plugs and plug wires in, and then I'll do a close-up of what I did, as well as the Duraspark, the spark control box, and then we can talk about it and get get the fuel pump um, plugged into gas tank, and then we can move forward, try to start it. So I also forgot to mention that everything that I bought for this pickup truck was on the shelf at Napa. I absolutely couldn't believe it. Well, let me rephrase that. There was one part, the accelerator pump. There's a kit to refurbish that just on the carburetor, and they didn't have it. It was like $9, and I believe it's there today, but I'm not going to have time to go pick it up. It it's weeping out of the plunger, but it's not a showstopper. So at least we'll get this thing started up. But got some really nice quality. The Belden wires, really nice quality set, like $23. So I'm pretty happy with the cost of everything so far. Even the brakes, when we went over it in the last video, it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be. So um, that's looking good. So I'm going to get to work, turn you guys off, and then bring you back in again. Alrighty, fellas. I've got the spark plugs removed, and the old ones didn't look too bad. I had the two cylinders close to the firewall. I don't have my sheet in front of me here or what they are, but the two cylinders closest to the firewall. One was um, a little bit fouled. The other one maybe just a touch, but the other six look pretty good. So I've got the new plugs in. Now let's walk over to the truck. Made a nice big mess with the water. I put some water in the radiator just in case it did happen to start, but just show you what I did here. Got a new coil. coil right here. The other one was all the oil had leaked out, so no wonder it was not working well. New plug wires, new plugs. One other little detail on this engine, it is a modified. And how do I know that? Well, I've looked at the tag and it said this truck was made in Canada, so I assumed it was the Windsor. Nope. I don't know. It's not a good way to look at that. But anyway, it's 351M. So this is definitely a modified. Plus, it's got 8 bolts holding the valve covers down. So I am 99.999% sure this is a modified. Also, sorry about the board there. I've got the new spark control DuraSpark sitting on the other side of the rail. I'm just soaking up those screws on the old unit, and then I can flip that around and show you how it's cracked and bubbled, and it needs to be replaced. But again, this thing was dead; it had no spark. I did check for spark, and looks like we got a nice strong spark. There's the accelerator pump. I forgot that the Ford's, I think GM puts it on the top. But anyways, it's this. I've got the part ordered, but I'm not getting it until next time I come up to work on this. But pretty much got everything all buttoned up. I got a screw in the vacuum line, so we got some vacuum. What else did I do? Yeah, so plugs, plug wires, coil, and spark control box, the DuraSpark. I've got the radiator full of water, and well, now there's nothing more to do than see if it'll start. Oh, also I've got some gas just sucking from that windshield washer bottle. I've got some gas in there, but again, like I said before, we've got a good spark. So, well, let's see if she'll start up and run. Gas has been sitting in the carburetor now for about a day, so hopefully that got the internal components all loosened up. But if you remember, we were able to get the pop the last video, but unfortunately, it lost spark after it briefly ran. So I'm going to turn you off, turn you back on again, and let's give her a shot and see if she'll start. Okay, got my wireless microphone on. Thank you for my kids. They said, "Dad, we can't hear you during your videos." So I'm all mic'd up now. Hopefully this is going to help. But again, let's see if she'll start. Made kind of a mess here. I overflowed. Well, truth be told, I tripped and spilled the bottle. It doesn't appear to have any leaks. It'll be interesting to see what happens when water temperature heats up. But let's give her a shot, see if she'll start up. Oh, also, before I turned the camera on, I did pour a little gas down the carburetor. So we got a little more in there just to get the thing primed. So let's give her a shot. Oh, very nice. Oh, you sound a little rough. The accelerator pump doesn't look like it's leaking anymore. I'm still going to replace that though. You know what? I forgot to check the power steering fluid. I bet that's dry as a bone. I better pour some in there before I burn the little power steering pump up. Water's gone. Well, or the water. The gas is almost gone. Yeah, looks like we got pressure on that radiator and she's not leaking. I am really surprised. Well, now we just got to try to get this thing running a little smoother. I've got a feeling I'm going to end up taking that carburetor off and doing a quick rebuild on it. Don't have my voltmeter handy to see what the alternator's pumping out, but I'm going to turn you guys off. And all right, fellas, got the oil changed. That's what came out of it. It's pretty black, and it looks like there might have been a little fuel in there from the time that I was trying to start it. So got the new filter put on there. There it is down there. I don't know if you can see that. But I put some more gas, put about a half a gallon in there. So far so good. It's, oh yeah, it's cooled down. Yeah, still no leaks. I am really surprised. So, well, let's try to give her a start. Alrighty, make sure it's out of gear. Guys, got the power steering fluid topped off and the power steering pump works. I'm able to turn it. Still being parked for over 20 years. It's doing all right. At least it idles. Well, it doesn't appear to be smoking too bad, which I think got that oil leak, so I gotta get that addressed. That oil is way too expensive to be leaking on the... I can't see anything. I need a better light. Clutch seems to be working. I tried putting it in gear and it went in gear, no problem. I've got this brake drum is froze up, so before I can get it to move, I gotta get that freed up. I got all my power tool, or my air tools, my air chisel. Without an air compressor, I can't get that thing working. So let's check the temperature one last time. I'm pretty tickled. I'm happy this thing is running. Oh, went down. I think I gotta jiggle my. Gotta jiggle my key. It's like got a loose spot in my key. Here, that's just the ignition. Alrighty, fellas. Got it running. Still got a little bit of work to do. We're getting all that oil burned off the engine. Getting the oil through the, getting that nice diesel oil, diesel engine oil through the system, and we're getting closer. We're getting closer to getting this thing back on the road again. Alright fellas, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to do a full start on old A, and go to Hemlock.